Yeah, look, Tyson Fury, when he starts talking about me and he starts talking about Dillian White, you know there's only one thing happened. He's struggling to sell a fight. So you'll probably see a lot of that over the next couple of weeks in the build up to his fight. I heard he said that Eddie Hearn isn't a champion. Well, obviously, not a champion. I'm a promoter. Eddie Hearn's just a businessman. Correct. Congratulations. I'll tell you one thing that me and Tyson Fury have got in common, though. We've both got the same amount of heavyweight world title championship defences, which is absolutely zero. So,
what's good, family? So mash the like button and subscribe. Wow. So we just heard there from your man's Eddie Hearn airing out Tyson. Oh, scary. Listen, I love this. I gotta admit, yeah. Listen, what we know is your man the YB has been kind of harsh on Team AJ for a little while still, because I'm just frustrated, and I feel like a lot of the fans are frustrated, truth be known, because all we want, yeah, is people to feel like we feel. We understand that you man are millionaires, and you man are sorted, and you man don't have the kind of stresses that we do as such, and you man are what we call cooling, yeah? You're cooling. You're in cool mode. You're in, I got $100 million in the bank anyway, so whether scary stays scary or not, I'm super duper 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 rich. How about that? Yeah? You man are like, YB, frustrated? What's frustrating about $100 million in the bank? In the bay, yeah? There ain't nothing frustrating about it. However, I don't know. Even though you man are super duper rich and super duper cooling, yeah? Still, just for the if nothing else, for the banter's sake, I implore you to get off all over Tyson Scary, because he a goofy. Yeah? That's what he is. Super duper goofy. And I rate this from Eddie Hearn because, listen, people say, oh, Eddie, you know, he's a silver spoon this, silver spoon that. Listen, you just got punked by the silver spoon. And by the way, Tyson Scary, yeah, you carry on like you're some real gritty, bare knuckle champion. But really, told you before, you are middle class. Yeah? You're a middle class. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think, from what I've heard, I think Tommy Fury went private school. And Tyson. I swear down, I think they went to private school. Honestly. What we know is, the way they acted when an elder in their community was getting moshed was like a private school. That was some eating. Listen, the way, I've got to give you credit, yeah? I've got to give Tyson Fury and Tommy Fury's parents credit for how they were raised. Because you were raised like public, you were raised like private school kids, 100%. Because when it all kicked off, when an elder in your community was getting moshed, you stood pat. You stood there and froze like a good old, well-trained private school kid. The only thing that was twitching was your hand to come ring the feds to come get some help. Oh, an old man's getting mugged. Oh, an old man's getting moshed. He's getting moshed. Help me, please. Help me, please, man. Getting moshed, he is. That's what you. That's the only thing That's the only thing twitching. It will tell a lie. I lied to you. I'm sorry, people. The YB lied to his mans. Tyson Scary and Tommy Scary's hands weren't the only thing twitching. Their backsides were twitching too. Yeah? Their backside was twitching because they was nervous. Because of listen, when you come up in private school, yeah, your environment, and rightly so, your parents are paying good money to have a controlled and calm environment. Yeah? So I'm not knocking it. Private school is what it is. Fair play to you. If you can get it, you know what I'm saying? We know that kids that grow up in private school, they perform better in terms of their career and their lives. So I credit the Fury family for raising them well, but it makes me laugh. All these years, Tyson Scary is trying to give it all the bare knuckle and that. Tyson Fury and his dad have assimilated the bare knuckle champion culture. But you ain't bare knuckle champion. You're a good upper middle class private school dons. That's what you are. And it's funny, again, you laugh about Eddie Hearn, but that's what you is. Yeah? You're the same as Eddie Hearn. And that's why I think really, ultimately, for the long time, Tyson Fury has always tried to give a dig at Eddie, because he wants to try and distance himself from it. Knowing his own history, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, well, if I don't go in on Eddie, then maybe people are going to find out that I have the same background as Eddie, so I better go extra hard on him, because me and Eddie are one and the same. To be fair, what I'm hearing they went to the same school, truth be known. Tyson Scary and Eddie was in the same school, 100%. Yeah? Good old upper middle class private school dons. But either way, what we do know is Mr. Silver Spoon just got off all over your man's Tyson Scary. Yeah? And the worst thing is, he didn't lie, did he? What we know is, your man's Tyson Scary, he stay lying. He stay making things up. Talking about how it was a big mystery how the fight didn't work out with AJ. Talking about how he predicted the fight wouldn't happen. Talking about how he ain't never ducked a fight in his life. Same as his dad, John Scary, who stay ducking. Mickey Theo stay on John Scary's neck. All them things I told you there are lies, 100%. Well, it's not a lie that John Scary's super scary of Mickey Theo, but you get my point. John Scary and Tyson Scary stay lying. Lieson Scary, they liars, yeah? No doubt. Guess who isn't lying? Guess who didn't lie? Your man's Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn told him straight. Listen, what we know is Tyson Fury can say what he wants about me and how I can't box, but me and Tyson Scary have the same number of heavyweight title defenses. Wow. This was I can't lie to you, man, this was good. Because what we know is, us frustrated boxing fans, this has been this is how we know, yeah. This is how we know Eddie Hearn is locked in to the YB's channel, 100%. Us man have been saying for the longest time. Scary ain't got no title defences. He ran away from Vlad. Listen, Vlad was rock hard for Fury. And his little spindly legs. Vlad couldn't wait, and Fury knew it, that's why he ran off. Yeah? People say, oh well, Fury came back from depression. Who do you think gave him that depression? Oops. Yeah? Vlad, give him it. Do you understand that? Vlad sent him into depression. He was super scared about getting smoked in the ring. And I'm not going to lie to you. Who am I to judge? To be honest with you, if I was about to go in there with a Vlad, let's not forget, Vlad was bored for 10 years, doing nothing, fighting bums. Fair enough, Fury came along, spiced things up, but you best believe, Vlad was rock hard for Fury, and Fury knew it, and that's why he got depression, because he thought, oops, if I go in there with this old man, don't forget, Fury was ranting and raving about how Vlad's an old man for so many years, yeah? It started to weigh on him. You know what, I've been gassing up how old Vlad is. What if this old man comes in and smokes my boots for me? Oops, I'm depressed. Yeah, that's how it went, 100%. No doubt. And if you disagree, why didn't your mans turn up? Oops. Don't give me that. Oh no, YB, you're lying. He wasn't super duper depressed because of Vlad. Because he was super scary of Vlad. Why didn't he turn up then? Yeah? Yeah? Like I said before, just tell your mans to turn up. If he ain't scared, and he ain't super duper depressed because he's super scary, just turn up. He didn't turn up, so I'm right. There you go then. Simple as that. No doubt. And that's just the Vlad one. Never mind the Wilder one. Another time. Wilder. Fury was that scared of Wilder. He had to go to court to run away. That's how scared he is to make a title defence. Fury don't like title defences. He likes to nick belts, and again, it's funny, I told you, man, yeah, that Fury often likes to distance himself from things he actually does. Yeah? Fury liked to poke holes at private school Eddie because he was private school Tyson. No doubt. Private school Tommy and private school Tyson. That's why he's been giving it that silver spoon thing, because he's silver spoon. And it's the same with this. What do we know? What was Tyson Fury's #1 line back in 2016? Oh! Hey Jay, got the birds had to been. Oh! Meanwhile, your man Scary robbed Vlad's belts and ran off. Yeah? And then robbed Wilder's belt and ran off some more. He does. One thing I read about Fury, yeah, you know, whatever he says is what he actually does. So if he talks about Eddie Hearn being Silver Spoon, you know he was Silver Spoon. You understand? If he talks about Eddie Hearn being private school, you know he was private schooled. If he talks about AJ being a belt robber, you know he robs belts. 100%. He talks in opposites. You know, if he didn't know why he pulled out of a fight, he knows why he pulled out of a fight. You know, if he said it wasn't him, it was him. I'm starting to get it now. I have to give credit. A few of you man said, you know what, YB, he says opposites. I thought, no, I'm not sure about that, but 100% confirmed. He stay in the opposite. Yeah? But either way, listen. Eddie Hearn, I have to give you a clap, because I was worried for a while that Team AJ was going a little moist still. You man was looking kind of moist. And even so, AJ needs to pipe up, because that whole Gary Neville thing, that wasn't it, yeah? Going in there and saying, oh, no, Fury got, Yeah, nah, Fury, he a fighting man and he not scared. Oh, wait a minute. He didn't fight you. So what do you mean he ain't scared? How do you know that? Stop being goofy and start calling a spade a spade. Start getting off on this dude. Yeah? So Eddie, I respect that, and you're right, 100%. Your man's ain't got no title defences. That's what he ain't got. How about that? And if you disagree, tell me when. All of you goofy Tyson Scary fans, don't be mad. Just tell us when he defended his belt. Oops.